Hey, he's smart. He knows. Least path of resistance.
Did he bark at you when he first met you?
Nah, man, he did the same. It must be the. I told him it must be a Petakov thing.
Yeah, right. He came right up to you.
Oh wow, that is a nice.
This is like
That's a beautiful picture. Yeah, this is the best view right here.
he was like, why are you stopping? I thought we're hiking.
Yeah.
Dude, bud.
Just making our way up to the tent site, and I'm just waiting for the other guys to catch up. What a beautiful area we're in. This is just one of the campsites when it's open. This is a big one, but just looking around, really. Nice. Yeah, I got a lot of weight on me right now, probably about 60 pounds, 55, 60 pounds. Oh wow. Beautiful, look at how clear it is. Alright, let's get back on the trail. Really cool area. Yeah.
Oh, the drawing of one? Yeah, there's the one that was off 16 with the sighting. So, what do you guys think of the spot?
Yeah, this is the spot where it was August of 2021. I was with another researcher and we were out here, just literally just a transit night. We were camping here. Our tent was like right here. So in between these two tents, it was that tent that's right behind you guys. So this one right there. So you can turn back to me and I'll keep going. But that tent, we did not have a rain fly because it was a beautiful summer night. And it being August, you cannot see 3 feet into these woods, how thick it is. You can just keep it on me, Luca, with that one. But so we had the tent right here, and the night before we had put up a pheromone chip in the woods right in there. Just kind of hung it in there. I waltzed in because we showed up at night when we got here. And then I walked up and down this road to get into here with a wood knocker and just hit all the trees on the way down and then all the trees on the way up. We were like screwing around. We were on our way to Lake Champlain, so we weren't even really interested in being here too long. So we woke up that morning. It was about 6 in the morning, actually. I heard what sounded like 3 knocks, and that kind of woke me up, and I kind of sat there in a half haze, like thinking, okay, what the heck? Didn't think much about it. Maybe like 10, 15 minutes later, the person I was with got out of the tent, went to use the bathroom, came back. We both heard a knock. They turned to me and said, "Did you hear that?" I said, "Yeah," and we kind of proceeded to listen. Now again, we didn't have a rain fly on, so I'm laying, I was right here, I'm laying this way, and I'm kind of sitting up, and I can see through the tent, and we start hearing what sounds like things being thrown towards us. Right in this little patch of woods right here is kind of where I was landing, and you could see from up on that hill the leaves parting, and it was almost, I've always described it as an arch pattern, the way it was kind of falling. And it was, we couldn't even find the object, it was that thick, if they were rocks or sticks or something, but they were falling with a lot of force. And so we just kind of sat there, and I don't even know, we filmed maybe a little bit, but we were just kind of stunned. It kept going, it happened 7 or 8 times, and then it stopped, and then we got out of the tent, and we just basically pushed into the woods right over there, started walking, and heard like another 1 or 2 kind of objects, but by the time we got up there was nothing. I mean, and up there it gets into like a pine needle forest. You can see the green on the trees up there. It's like a pine, more of a pine forest, so you can move hypothetically really quietly through there. We were pretty shocked and perplexed at the time. We did like a whole assessment, and then we had to leave because we had an obligation in New York. So that's, again, we were just camping here just on a transit. So it was kind of on a whim. It was really weird. I don't know what I can say. I mean, the knocks and hearing the things being thrown, it's a little unusual. I don't know if it's because I did the pheromone chip and the knocks and the night before. I mean, I can really only guess. We tried to think if it was squirrels. I mean, if there was something knocking stuff out of the tree, but there were so many and it was so loud, because you could hear squirrels in the trees, but all morning pretty much. But I have the audio of that because we had an audio recorder up all night. So that audio is really clear because the audio was right in the tent or right near it, and the stuff was all falling right basically beside us. I mean, and it was, and at least 2 or 3 of them that I saw did that arch pattern thing from up in that direction. We came back in October that year, so a few months later, and did a recreation, and the person doing the recreation couldn't even get the distance from up on there. I mean, it didn't seem right. So it was really weird, but that's why we kind of came back here, and I really like this location. Now, before the leaves have set in, I think it's a cool place to be. We've got a bunch of us, so I think it'd be awesome to try some stuff out here, but that's what happened. I mean, there's nothing else visual. We didn't find any tracks, nothing like that. We searched the area. There was pretty much nothing else except for that initial kind of shock. And we were sitting there in the tent because you're like stuck in this slow motion moment because you're kind of like, is it going to happen again? And then it keeps happening. And it was only maybe 20, 30 seconds between each clip. I mean, or each sound falling. You know, when I listened to it on the audio, did you hear that? Was that Chewy?
No, that came from down in the
yeah, did you hear that? You didn't hear that?
It sounded more like a gunshot, though.
Could have been.
Could have.
That was kind of weird, though. I don't want to, you know,
It sounded like something crashing.
something on the brain, but yeah, that's pretty much all. If you guys have any questions or anything,
Guns.
guns?
Guns, yeah.
Could be there's some properties up over that mountain over there, because they're higher up. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, I mean, that's pretty much all I can recall from that encounter. It was just a weird series of events. Could it have been a normal, explainable thing? Sure. I'm not saying it was Sasquatch, but it was just very weird because of the stuff being thrown. So,
Well, especially seeing the pattern of what happened with the leaves.
you just
If a squirrel, if something is gonna drop straight
that's
down.
what I would imagine, and you can hear it sound in the audio. It sounds like it's coming from further away initially. That's what was kind of weird about it.
And it was way too loud to be something like a pine cone. Like
You
that
guys have heard the audio.
I heard the audio, man. That's something being
think all of us
thrown and
have.
hitting the leaves as it's going through the path.
And I wish we had video. I mean, we did like a short video clip at the moment, but we just were so caught off guard, and we didn't have much film equipment. We weren't filming. We were just literally camping on our way to another location. Like, this was just a transit spot. You had actually told me about the spot, Luca. That's how we even came here, and I fell in love with the spot. And I've camped here twice since, and not had anything happen. Actually, once. I've only camped here another time. This is my 3rd time. We camped down at that other spot on the river another time before the Whitehall Festival back in 2021 also. I turned to you and I was like, dude, what did you hear? And you were basically, you were like, dude, it sounded like a knock. And what the craziest part is, I was taking my audio recorder out as that was going on. And it happened like right before then. And then had the audio recorder on. We sat there on that ridge for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, nothing else.
Cold as shit. Nothing else happened. Yeah. Dude, that was one of the clearest knocks too I've heard. I mean, that was probably the craziest thing we've heard.
Yeah, absolutely.
You imagine if we had a thermal?
I know.
Dude, we would have seen
Game changer.
that thing.
Because like the hill was exposed.
Yeah.
You could have seen it.
Yeah, those
Dude, we would have fucking seen it. Was there,
especially
man.
right there in that area.
And that was the
you could
day,
see. You could see far.
That was the day after I heard knocks when I was alone out there. Because this was all when COVID started. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was so crazy. And because we camped on this cliff in the
showed the
spot.
pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah,
top
and
of
then
the
we hiked
hill.
up through this brutal bushwhack. We found the trail. Remember that guy who always parks out there with a stick?
Yeah.
He walks around.
Call him the
saw
trapper.
We saw him. We see this thing walking. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, at first we're like, oh shit.
And then we see him go, and then we walked down the power lane. We made it to, we would have been south of where we would have been. And then we found that weird track looking thing.
Yeah.
You showed me.
That was weird. And it's, I don't know, I don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill, but
It was just something that caught the eye.
immediately both of us were,
yeah.
we were kind of like, whoa.
I had flash.
Near one power line, and then across the way there's another, and there's a small valley with like a pond.
Yep.
And to me, it was like it sounded like a metallic, like somebody did it on the power line.
That's what he said.
Like it was very
Ding,
clearly
yeah.
like a ding,
Tink,
exactly.
tink kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, it's about 11 o'clock. And Evan might have just heard a whistle.
I heard a whistle.
Evan heard a whistle. And prior to that, Alex and the other guys are in the woods and they heard 2 knocks.
It was a very distinct and clear whistle, like on the edge of like where you guys were walking up.
Say we just stay as quiet as possible. Okay, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and we're walking down the dirt road to see if we can catch anything. We're going red lights only. Let's see if we see the chewy eye shine. There it is. Pitch black. We all have a therm. Well, I know no one can see, but we've been going for about a half an hour now with Alex tailing us in the back. And it's a very quiet night. We're around, water is all around us. All you can hear is the fast flowing water. Very quiet. Picked up nothing on the therm so far, but it's still early. Oh, it's the dog. Jesus. I don't know why I'm recording. Can't see anything, but it just shows you how dark it is. Ain't you? Good. Can you try to close that? Yeah, I'll close it too. We're good. As long as it's... Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, uneventful night, huh, Chewy? You got anything to say? I'm talking to the dog. Yeah, about 3:30 in the morning.